Hello, drone pilots. Okay, now imagine you've just seen some beautiful footage of somebody flying their drone over some lakes. You find out where the lakes are, you check on your DJI Fly app, and just as you're about to take off, you see a helicopter flying in about 40 meters above the lake. Okay guys, so this nearly happened to me, and if it happens to you, this should set alarm bells ringing. Now after doing a bit of research, I then found out that I'd almost flown my drone illegally in a restricted airspace without permission, which can have a prison sentence of up to 5 years. So we're going to look at this in more detail. Let's get started. So as I said in the intro, I've gone down to a spot and I've gone to fly my drone, and the DJI Fly app had no idea this was actually restricted airspace. When I was about to take off and I saw a helicopter, that sent alarm bells ringing, and I decided to do more research. Now prior to this, I had downloaded the Drone Assist app after it had been recommended after taking my A2C of C. Now the Drone Assist app is going to have all the restricted airspace across the entire UK. And I found this to be far more reliable than the DJI Fly app. In fact, after checking around some different areas, just some smaller aerodromes, I found that there's quite a few that the DJI Fly app does not pick up at all that is restricted airspace on the Drone Assist app. Okay, so how big of a deal is this really? So if I had unwittingly flown in this restricted airspace, I could have potentially been hit with a 5-year prison sentence, even though I was completely unaware that I was flying in this airspace. Now to do this, I would imagine I would have had to have hit the helicopter and something substantial would have had to have happened. Okay, now if I had taken off, I probably would have seen a helicopter coming and would have avoided it and landed the drone back safely. However, this isn't something that I would be willing to risk, and I'd rather go in knowing all the information and actually know it was a restricted air zone and not flying it than be given the chance to potentially have a collision with a helicopter. Now when I was thinking about doing this video, I did think that it might sound a bit overkill that I could have potentially hit a helicopter, but realistically this is something that could have happened, and it could have happened completely innocently without me knowing I was even flying in a restricted area, so I believe this is an important point to draw upon. So what I wanted to do is just make this video to underline the fact that you cannot trust the DJI Fly app. What I would recommend doing is downloading the Drone Assist app. Now, say this is something that was recommended when I was taking my A2C of C, and I didn't realise the significance it could have. What you can do on this app is you can go through looking at different areas, and you can find like up-to-date information about where you can and cannot fly, and this is going to have a far more detailed explanation of all the restricted air zones and what you can and cannot do. And if you would like to fly in some of these restricted air zones, you can find out the information like the phone number of who to call to ask permission to do that. Now, I personally wanted to go into London on midnight of New Year and be the first hobbyist drone operator to take a picture of the Tower of London. So what I did was I went on my DJI Fly app and I had a look to see if this would be possible. When I looked on the DJI Fly app, it said it was 150 metre altitude zone. So where the air traffic is coming in and out of London Airport, this meant that I would have to keep my drone below 150 metres, and this should be fine. And the law says I can only do it 120 anyway, so I saw no problem with this. However, after recent events, I then decided to double check this with the Drone Assist app. After going on here, I found a number of things. The first thing was there was a restriction zone that was completely missed by the DJI Fly app, which was a wide area over quite a bit of London, including the Tower of London, which is a flight restriction zone. The other thing is, there's some notams on there saying that as of the 1st of January, there's going to be some fireworks going off and some laser displays, and it's not safe to fly your drone. These were marked out in a blue circle. This will just let you know when things are going to be unsafe coming up. And as I say, it let me know that I couldn't actually fly my drone here at midnight because there would be fireworks going off, which I would have thought would have been over Westminster Way and not so much at the Tower of London. So after doing the research, I found that it wouldn't be safe for me to take my drone into London and try to be the first person to get this footage because it would be too dangerous with the fireworks going off and also being in a restricted space. Now obviously this was really upsetting for me. I had high hopes of getting even just one picture that would have taken 30 seconds to take, but now after looking at all the information, I know it would have been illegal and I can make the choice not to fly there. So I also looked at a few other places, and there's actually quite a few small aerodromes that the DJI Fly app has actually missed off that are restricted air zones on the Drone Assist app. Okay guys, so it was never my intention to make this video promoting the Drone Assist app, and I certainly get no money from them for doing so. But I personally have found it to be a really invaluable app to have downloaded on my phone. It's completely free, and it just gives me that extra peace of mind of knowing that I'm flying safely and in a safe area and not breaking the law. Okay guys, so I'd be really interested in knowing your opinions and your experiences on this app. Please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. If you have found this video useful, hitting that like button is a huge help to me as a creator, and I hope to see you in the next one.